Well, we enjoyed our stretch of 50-degree weather, even 60-degree weather for the last 6 days-ish, give or take, depending on location. It is going to come to an end here tomorrow. And then this weekend, we're going to get back to where we actually should be in the end of January. As you notice, our temperature now is approaching the mid-30s for average high temperature, low 30s further north as we get closer to the end of February. So we're going to be below that for a change here. Overall, we still got this low. It's still circulating up to the north. You can kind of see the rotation counterclockwise around it is really kind of broad too right at this point, and beginning to fall apart a little bit with that band really more solid as you go forward westward into Minnesota. But all in all, the areas basically north of Winona or Black River Falls will continue to see a little bit of light snow overall. That won't accumulate too much. It's more of an issue as you go further west too. Now, as you look at amounts here, we haven't seen a lot, but notice the wraparound as you get closer to Minnesota. Yeah, that's not a mistake. They've had 7 inches in some areas, more or less 4 to 5 in a lot of other areas. As you go further east, you're generally in that 1 to 2, potentially a little bit more, pretty much in that band you can see setting up. So quite an impressive actually wraparound with this system that wasn't expected. Otherwise, cloud cover, you see a little bit of breaks. The only place that you won't see clouds to begin with is probably south of Vernon County towards Crawford County and areas in Iowa too. They will see sunshine starting off. However, everyone else will see that cloud cover persist, a little bit of flurry activity you note up there. Then towards the afternoon, this kind of low clouds beginning to erode away as the winds turn, and then we start seeing high clouds approach from the south, so there could be some breaks in the afternoon. As another next system begins to lift north towards the area, that precipitation with that one, that's the next snow potential, but it has shifted further to the southeast. We won't see any activity for the evening commute, so that should be fine. It's really going into Friday. You're seeing some of the precipitation approach southern Wisconsin. At this point, it's going to begin to pull that low closer to northeast Iowa as we get later in the night. So that snow won't arrive really until we get past midnight. Otherwise, for tomorrow, still mild, still above average. We're getting up to the mid to upper 30s, low 40s in some areas. So all in all, a quiet day and fairly nice for the middle part of February too. Now as we go into that next event, there's still some issues with it, but right now it's going to be mostly a snow event. The low is going to stay well to our south, so we're on the cold end of it. Wind will be definitely a factor. That we're more confident. You're going to see breezy conditions throughout Friday out of the north. Then the snow amount right now, that main snow band, as I'll show you, is very narrow and it continues to shift further and further southeast. It may make a jump back to the north, but the trend has been further southeast. The commute to keep an eye on, regardless of how much snow that we're going to get, the snow will be falling and the winds will be a factor Friday morning's commute. So definitely could be some tricky travel out there. Visibility could be an issue. We could have a little bit of road issues depending on where you are for Friday morning. The evening's not so much. If we look at the snow, what we're looking at right now, you can see it's a very narrow band, and really Richland County, Crawford County, stretching just down to Iowa, that's where you could get 4+ inches, but that drops off very quickly to really maybe a trace to a couple 1 inches as you go further north and east. This has shifted further southeast. It could come back, but that's what we're kind of expecting right now. So it will be some snow, but for most of the area, it's not going to be an impactful event. As we go throughout, the big change going to the weekend is the colder conditions. As we get back in the 20s, overnight lows will be in the single digits, potential maybe getting close to 0 where there's snow on the ground, and then we start modifying a little bit towards next week, getting close to the mid to upper 30s. So winter is back. The good news is, like I said, for travel-wise, that Thursday night, Friday event, looks like it's going to impact less and less of the area as we go on right now.
All right. Thank you, Greg.